Are we live? I think we are live. Hi guys, and welcome to, let me just do that. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 33 of Security Dog Handler Q&A / talk live thingy, what's it? So yeah, welcome to live. Bit of housekeeping down below is the Discord. If you want to be part of the Discord, there's a link down there that you can join where there's lots of dog handlers, aspiring dog handlers, whatever it is. Chip King is in early. Hi Chip, how you doing? UK Security 101. Hey mate, how you doing? I wore this top especially for you. Just thought I'd wear that especially for you. Yeah, tell a lie. The only reason I'm wearing this t-shirt is because all my other t-shirts were quite creased, and this was the only one that wouldn't look creased. So that's why I'm wearing this one. Yeah, how is everyone doing? Don't follow football, mate. Yeah, but it's the Manchester-Liverpool divide, isn't it? I'm sure even without football, there's still some divide in there. But I am a London Man United fan, so I don't really care too much about football too much. So yeah, how is everyone doing? We are, what are we? 10 days away from Christmas. Is it the 15th, 14th, 15th? Niall Evans, evening, what's the rubbish you're wearing? It's the only t-shirt that's not creased. Therefore, you lot have to put up with it. Niall Evans is, are you City or are you just taunting me? Are you an actual City fan or are you just taunting me? Because I think you've had enough to taunt us for the last few years. So I don't think you need to attack me on here as well. But yeah, what are we now? Like 10 days away from Christmas? And it is, Niall is a City fan. Okay, well, with the amount of subscribers I've got, I was going to have someone in there that I wasn't going to like, and it just so happens to be Niall. But no. But yeah, so well, we're 10 days away from Christmas now. It's snowed this week. Hello, mate. Good. Do you want to come up? There you go. Look, there's all your fans. There's all your fans there. Hey, there's all your fans there. Yeah, you excited for Christmas? Yeah, you excited for Christmas? Yeah. What do you want for Christmas? Do you want a ball? Do you want rope? You do want rope. I think he's gone to go and get his rope now. You have got your rope. There you go, rope. There you go. So yes, we've obviously had some snow this week. So hopefully everyone has managed to stay safe from the snow. I actually abandoned trying to get to work Sunday night. I left here about 5:45. I left here about 5:45 to try and I left here about 5:45 to try and get to work for 7 o'clock. By what? No, that's a lie, isn't it? No, 5:45. By 6:30, I made it about 10 minutes away from where I live, and people were struggling to get up a hill, turning around. Whichever way I went, I would have had to gone up quite a significant hill in a van. People were turning around, going the other way. Therefore, I abandoned getting in. I felt really bad for the dog handler that I was taking over from. Hold on. I felt really bad for the dog handler I was taking over from because he went from probably just about to finish his shift to being on for another 12 hours. So I felt really bad about that. But there was absolutely no way I was going to be able to get into work. Even the road down to the site was very dicey, even like the next day, the next afternoon, let alone when it was actually properly snowing. So I lost out on the night's wages, but sort of evening that up to the possibility me and the dog could have been stuck out all night on a road somewhere, or maybe I would have had to have abandoned the vehicle. Maybe I would have ripped the vehicle off. So losing a night's shift money compared to writing the van off or us being stuck and not being able to work anyway. I felt like that was the best of two evils. You want to go out now? Hold on. Go on, get lost. But I made it in. Not a Coop. Go on. Where's your mother? Go and find your mother. Go on. So comparing, I've done Monday and Tuesday nights, so I have got a couple of nights now. I'm on 4-night shifts out of 20. So I've got 4 shifts left of this year, just through saving through some holiday throughout the year, saving it for the Christmas time. I've got like this Thursday off, the Sunday, the next Thursday, then it's Christmas, and then I've got the Thursday off before New Year, and then I won't be back until like the 3rd anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty smug that I've got quite a lot of time off coming up. Looking forward to it. Praying there's no more snow, especially around Christmas, because I'm working Boxing Day and the following day, and I'm working during the day as well. So instead of like night work, I'm going to be working the day because it's 24-hour. So I'm praying that there is no snow, because obviously they're double pay, and I don't want to miss out on them double pays, because that's basically 4 days' money gone instead of 2. 9/11's passed BIPTA and now working finally. Congratulations, Niall. Congratulations on passing your BIPTA and that. Hope you're enjoying it. I know I started off working in January, and although it doesn't feel like the greatest time to start, I feel like it's a good time to start to get you used to it, so that you're. I wouldn't want to start this job in like May, June and get used to like the summer. Starting now, you'll acclimatise very quickly, and you understand what a winter doing this job is. So it's a good time to start, and I'm glad you're up and working. Chip King, even Cooper says, get that crap off, Dad. GCE, even everyone can tell by your accent you're a true mank. Exactly, true London mank. I think is it like 85% or not even 90% of Man United fans in the UK aren't from Manchester. So I'm just following the crowd. I'm just one of the sheep. So dog. Sorry, this dog keeps coming in and out of this bloody room, leaving the door open. So yeah, there's some exciting stuff. The last 2 videos have been the high vis video. So that was like a high vis review. I need to practice. I need to do more review videos. I think I was reasonably happy with it, but there is stuff that sort of I not missed out, or some stuff I feel like I could have done better. So there was the tactical review, which, like I say, I just think I need some more practice doing some review videos, and I think they'll improve. And then there was the Arctic shift, and the Arctic shift was one of my better videos for views and for likes and that. So that one seems to have gone down pretty well. So yeah, that was the Arctic one. That was just getting through a shift. And even this week, it's been down to sort of -6, -7. So hopefully people seeing that video maybe last Saturday, maybe that's helped them. I think Monday, I think it was about -7. So hopefully people saw that video on the Saturday, and if they wasn't prepared, maybe it prepared them for the week. Therefore, they maybe got through Monday a bit better. UK Security 101 review videos are difficult. Mate, believe me, I know. So don't beat yourself up. You did well for your first attempt. Yeah, I think I've done. I think it was my second attempt, because I've done the body cam review video, and now I've done like the tactical vest review. Like I say, I think it's something that I need to do a few more of, or I need to get some practice with, and then I'll have like a setup or like a template that I can follow, making sure that I get through all the things. But in that video was all the information and all that sort of stuff. Speaking to Aaron afterwards, he said maybe you could have put the tactical vest on and shown how it fits and things like that, which I probably could have. But if you want to see my tactical vest on, you can just watch any of my videos and you'll see how it looks. But so yeah, there's some things in there that maybe I could have done better, etc. But like I say, once I do a few more review videos, then obviously I think they're going to get better. And yeah, just need to get around to doing them. Videos coming up. Now, this Saturday, I haven't filmed the video yet. I've got something pretty exciting for everyone. I'm actually doing it tomorrow, therefore I will be recording it tomorrow, and it's going to be a bit more. It's not going to be all the information of what's going on, but it's going to be like a bit of a tease of what is going on. And it is going to be my 100th dog handling video on YouTube. So I think that's quite exciting. It'll be my 100th video. There's going to be some clues in there to what is happening next year, and things like that. So this Saturday's video is going to be a bit of a tease, and it's my 100th video. So maybe I'll just talk about like the past 100 videos or whatever it is, and maybe that 100th video being the end of one thing and the start of something new. And then the following week is going to be a podcast. So me and Aaron this Saturday, I put a post up earlier in the week. There's a post if you go into your subscriptions things. Me and Aaron are looking for videos, and basically me and Aaron are just going to do kind of like a Christmas special podcast, where we're just going to talk about different things, talk about Christmas, talk about dog handling sort of stuff. But we wanted to open it up for people to ask us questions as well. That as long as it doesn't incriminate us, we'll probably more or less answer anything or have an answer for anything. So if you go into subscriptions, find that post, put your questions down in there. This Saturday, me and Aaron are going to do that video. And yeah, like I say, I've got quite a lot of time off coming up, but there's some certain stuff I need to film for next year, for like early in the year. So I'm going to spend some time doing that. I'm going to be kept quite busy, but there's going to be this video on Saturday is going to give you an inkling to what is happening next year, and I think a lot of you might find it quite interesting. So, evening, mate. Never thought I'd see you wearing a poo bag. Christmas miracle. So yeah, I knew I was going to get a load of jip for wearing this anyway, but it was the only one that wasn't creased. But I'm big enough to take it on the chin. And if anything, it probably is good practice for dealing with people on site, because this is the kind of stuff that they're probably going to get called or whatever it is. So instead of being called, what was I called? Evening, what's that rubbish you're wearing? So instead of evening, what's that rubbish you're wearing, it'll be people on site saying, do you think you're part of the police, etc., etc. So if anything, I'll take this as good practice of dealing with people on site saying nasty stuff about me. I had to close the door again. But yeah, if anyone's got anything they want to ask or anything else they want to say that's not about my top, there is a chat that you can obviously see people talking in. So yeah, if anyone's got anything else they want to talk about, we're obviously coming up to the end of the year now. I feel like this last year has been pretty good. I want to save a lot of it for the podcast, because I think me and Aaron are going to take a look back over the past sort of year or so in terms of videos and that. But I feel like we've covered quite a lot in this year. I felt like a lot of videos have been different. It's not been the same thing kind of every week, and I think that's the hardest part about it at the moment is trying to do something different every week and not having back-to-back videos that are very similar. A lot of you guys will know that obviously I have training videos, I have sort of little bit of on-site videos that doesn't give too much away, and then obviously I have the talking videos, and making sure that I try and mix them up so it's not week after week of very similar videos of me talking in the van. And things like that. So I try and mix it up a little bit and try and come up with new ideas and different things like that. And so hopefully everyone's sort of buying into it and they understand what's going on and what I'm trying to do, etc. And yeah, I'm just looking forward. I don't like wishing my life away, but I am looking forward to getting going next year, and seeing how it all pans out and see if people agree with what I'm doing, etc. So yeah. If anyone's got anything else they want to put down in the chat, then we can talk about that. Has anyone had anything going on? Like I say, I didn't work Sunday night. Over the past couple of weeks, it's just been pretty standard shifts. Actually, tell a lie a little bit, is that what was it, Monday into Tuesday. So I turned up on Monday. I got in a little early for them because they wanted to shut up shop and get out, because I think all the workers had just left early. And so basically I got in about 45 minutes early for them so that they could pack up and go. And turned up, and the one of the managers was there, and he's like, right, we're all going to go, or I'm going to go, etc. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Anything you need to know? He's like, no, nothing you need to know. I was like, okay. So he gets in his van and he drives off. And the next morning, one of the supervisors comes in, and he says, yesterday there was a 4x4 that come into site. Not sure who they was. Not sure they was meant to be there. They turned around and then they come back out. So I've got one manager telling me that absolutely nothing I need to know about, and then there's one person that's telling me, oh yeah, we had some people turn up unannounced. I had to look around to see what was on site before they turned around and went away. Now, to me, as security, obviously the second side of that, I want to know. I want to know if someone's come during the day to have a look about to see what's on site before leaving, because that is a possible sort of preview of them coming back later. And knowing that, you can be a bit more switched on to sort of cars coming down, because the road comes down. I see every car that comes past, but you can be a bit more switched on when cars come down, because you're like, okay, well, I know that someone was possibly looking around earlier to come back later. Therefore, I need to be a little bit more switched on to cars that are going past site, because really there shouldn't be anyone going around. So yeah, I think that's something that you just need to be aware of, but you need to maybe make the client aware of, is that even if it seems like nothing, it's something for us, and it's something that we can be a bit more prepared for. And like I say, if we know that someone's been around, maybe having a look, therefore we can be a bit more switched on when it comes to them popping back in. Ross Tong, how do you feel like you've progressed this year, and are you happy with the progression in YouTube and dog handling? How do I feel like I've progressed? In terms of YouTube, I feel like I've progressed in terms of being able to get things over better. I feel like in these lives, although live is quite hard because you have to, it's a bit like live TV. You have to make sure you don't put your foot in your mouth. So sometimes with this, I'm a little bit more fumbling over myself. But I think in terms of YouTube, I think I've come over a lot better. I think I've got a bit more used to. Getting my point over a little bit better. In terms of YouTube as well, I lost my laptop. Well, I didn't lose my laptop. My laptop broke at the early part of the year. So I actually think I've done very well in still getting videos out all the time, editing them, making sure that there's space on my phone in order to download the stuff, having to delete all the stuff, and different things like that. So in terms of YouTube, I feel like I've progressed well in that, even when there's something like losing my laptop, which was where I put all of my footage, where I've done all my editing, all of my uploading, etc. Overnight, I basically lost all of that, and I had to then switch to using my phone, which isn't ideal, because everything that I've uploaded probably for the last 6-8 months is never going to be seen again. The raw footage of that is never going to be seen again. And the short story to that is that I just can't afford to go out and buy a laptop. So in terms of YouTube, I felt like I've progressed well in terms of being able to just deal with that and just crack on. Hopefully there's a lot of you that haven't even noticed a difference in the way in which videos are produced, or the way in which videos are coming out. Maybe there's a lot of you that haven't even realised I've had an issue like that. So I think that might be part of progression, is being able to deal with something like that, because I think early on, if I'd lost my laptop, maybe I would have just not bothered. But then that goes back to obviously having you guys doing the lives and building a bit of a community. I feel like I have a bit of, not pressure, but I feel like it's my duty to make sure I get another video out, or get a video out every week. So in terms of YouTube, I feel like I've progressed that way. In terms of dog handling, I think just site experience, just gaining experience all through the year. Progressed in terms of a handler, I think you always learn different things about your dog, different training techniques. But I think the biggest thing I've learned as a dog handler in terms of this year, and I've probably progressed in, is being able to talk to other handlers. I don't feel like as a dog handler, it's all about how you progress as training your dog, but also being able to be approachable by people, whether that's your client, whether that's other dog handlers. So again, I feel like I've progressed pretty well this year. I think that goes with like the Discord and inviting people down to come and have a session with Terry and things like that. I felt like I've progressed well in terms of just being able to just turn up and have a chat with them people. I've always said I'm not the most out there kind of person. Like, I won't be the loudest person in the room. I'm not shy, but I'm not the loudest person in the room. And lots of times in the past where I've met up with people that I've only met online, is that I've been a little bit shy, or they haven't really got the true me, where I feel like over this year, meeting people for the first time that have only seen me online, is I feel like when they've met me, I feel like they've met the proper person, rather than the slightly nervous, shy, what's the right word for it? Because I don't turn up and want them to like me, or I don't show up and want to try and impress them. I just want to turn up and be me. And I feel like a lot of people have got that this year, and hopefully the people that I have met, like Aaron, and there's a few other dog handlers, I feel like when I've turned up, I feel like they've got the real me, and I think that the real me is quite similar to what you see in the lives and what you see in the videos, etc. I don't feel like there's a difference. I don't turn up and try to impress someone, or I don't turn up and try and get Coops to do something that I don't think he can because I want to impress someone. So in terms of being a dog handler, just being able to be myself around people that know me, but I don't know them. I feel like I've progressed pretty well in that. And in terms of handling, I think just training dogs, you learn different things through training dogs all the time, but I don't think I can put my finger on a part of it that I don't think I can put my finger on a part of dog training that I'll say I've definitely progressed in that. I think it's just been a general progression in everything. UK Security 101, got to watch out for them Christmas crimes. Yeah, exactly. And this is like, I think I said in my last one, in my last live, that now is the kind of time, not now is the kind of time, but coming up through December into January, and that is that criminals are aware that they can maybe earn their Christmas money and things like that. And also in terms of Christmas and New Year, they will know that lots of sites may be shut down for a week or whatever it is. So they'll be out thinking, well, if we can get some stuff in there, if we can get in early and nick some stuff, then it might be a week until some people realise that it's not there. So obviously we just need to be a bit more switched on, etc., etc. So GC, what equipment do you use for your videos? Now I've got different ones. Hold on, I've actually got my bag here, so I can show you. Not that pocket. So in terms of doing my videos, it all depends on what type of video I'm doing. Again, because everything has to go onto my phone in order to edit at the moment, is that I do, if you can tell, she's actually wearing the same top. So in terms of doing videos, if it's like mainly a talking one or etc., I will actually just try and use my phone, because then it goes straight onto my phone. I can upload it straight into the editing software, and I don't need to transfer from one thing to another. So if I can use my phone, then I will. But my other one is a GoPro. So the GoPro, this is what you'll mainly see. Well, this is what I'll mainly use for training, because I've got like a chest harness and that. It's GoPro Hero 4. It's pretty old by now. Some of it has stopped working, like trying to connect to the Wi-Fi in order to transfer from the card onto my phone is becoming quite tricky. Maybe one in 1 in 6 or 7 attempts it will actually connect. So it's the GoPro, but that's mainly used for sort of training and different things like that. And then my best camera that I actually got for golf that I don't really use anymore, is a Lumix. I can't remember what Lumix this is. I've actually got a video on my golf channel that I can put in the link below. So in the description below, I'll put a link to this video because I actually took this out and played golf to show the zoom and the quality and different things like that. So yeah, I use this Lumix, and typically I'll use this for sort of talking ones, or I used it for the tack vest review, mainly because when I do that, if I turn that on, is that it brings up sort of a front-facing camera. So obviously, when I'm your side, as you're looking at it, when I'm your side of the camera, I can see and make sure I'm in frame. The problem is with the GoPro is that I can kind of set it up, guess that it's everything I want's in shot, and then after that, I can do the whole video, then look at it, and all of a sudden I've cut the top of my head off. So I'll use this for talking ones if it's possible to do that. Like I say, then the GoPro, that's more of like an action one. So definitely more sight work in that, because it doesn't matter once it's in the case. It doesn't matter if this gets banged around, etc. But yeah, a lot of the videos, sort of the talking ones especially, is mainly done on my phone through ease at the moment. If I wasn't using my phone to edit, a lot of it would probably go through the GoPro and the Lumix. The Lumix obviously gives me sort of the best quality video. But like I said, if I had a laptop, it would be quite easy, because then I could just plug the card into the laptop, transfer the files, and edit it straight away. Where with the Lumix, it connects to my phone through Wi-Fi. But let's say I do an 8-minute video. So I've put the camera out in front of me and I've spoken for 8 minutes. Transferring that from the Lumix to my mobile is probably going to take somewhere between half hour to 35 minutes. So it's quite time consuming using that. That's why I say using my phone. Look, the phones now, the cameras are so good. A lot of you may probably to the naked eye wouldn't see a massive difference. But by filming it on my phone, it's there straight away. So if I wanted to film something quickly and get it up, therefore it's easier to do it on my phone, and it's already there, and it's already kind of the format that the phone's going to recognize, etc. And things like that. So yeah, that's what they're the 3 cameras that I use. I would like to. It would be nice in like training videos to be able to have, let's say, a camera person that can film from distances with like the Lumix, and then have like the GoPro on me, so that you could see it from my point of view and maybe from another person's point of view. But that would be a video that I would like to do, so you can see 2 different kind of angles from it. But yeah, the Lumix is the best camera, but it's not always the easiest one to use. UK Screw One on reserved, not conserved. I don't know, reserved. Yeah, I'm quite a reserved person. I'm not the most out there person, but I'm quite a conserved or reserved person. Sean Bartlett, silly season. Yeah, exactly. So it's sort of silly season in terms of people do things, even normal people, even people that aren't criminals, they do things that they wouldn't normally do. So, for example, people go out on their Christmas do, and they go to the pub, and normally they would just walk home with their friends, and they would make it home. Where you get to Christmas party time, and they go out on their Christmas do, walk out of the pub and think, well, I can't be asked to walk all the way around. I'm just going to walk in direct line straight across that field. Yeah, you don't go Christmas parties. They think, well, I'll walk out the pub, and they think, well, I'm not going to walk all the way around. I'm just going to walk straight through that site. I'll just jump the fence. I'll walk through and jump out the other side. No one's going to know. So that's in terms of silly season that people will do things like that. And it will be just trespass. It will be people that don't realise that they're doing something stupid, and then all of a sudden they're walking across and they come across a bloke with a dog, that's having a go at them, and they think, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I just thought I'd just jump over. So yeah, silly season is upon us. People doing things that they wouldn't normally do. So yeah, that's this time of year. Has anyone got anything planned for their Christmas? Is everyone going to be working? I can guess that 95% of dog handlers are going to be working. Obviously, Christmas time is decent for double money. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if Prestige pay double money on Christmas Day. They might do. I flat out refuse to work Christmas Day, so it's never going to worry me. But because Christmas Day is a Sunday, obviously the Monday and the Tuesday are both bank holidays, therefore they're double money, so that's a good one. And then obviously you get the 2nd of January as a bank holiday as well. So yeah, you can get 3 days of double money coming up, so it's pretty good in terms of getting some extra pay and trying to pay for Christmas, because instead of getting 2 days money, you can get 4. So maybe you can get like an extra 500-600 quid for sort of working them days, which doesn't pay for Christmas, but can go a long way to supporting it. This Chip King, silly season this year is going to be worse. People are so skint. Yeah, I think that is some of the problem, isn't it? And like I say, whilst we're earning double money and helping pay for Christmas, a lot of people don't have that option, do they? So yeah, silly season with people being a bit skint, trying to earn a bit of money to pay for Christmas. It could happen. It's going to happen. So you just need to be a bit more switched on this time of year. UK Security 101. I'll be working Christmas, mate, and my boy will coming out of retirement officially. So UK Security 101 is back in the dogs. So everyone that knows UK Security 101, when I first started talking to him, he was a security dog handler. Then he sort of retired his dog, and he's been doing some sort of man guarding, sort of static work, and he's now bringing the dog back out of retirement. So that'd be interesting. I'll ask him about that. On the podcast when we record it Saturday. So what would that be, like Christmas Eve? That podcast will be out, and I'll ask him about that, and we'll have a bit of a chat about it, etc. Because I want to chat a bit about Christmas with him as well. So yeah, like I say, this is a good time of year. Get sort of 3 days of double money. You can probably earn, like I say, near £500 to £600 to help pay for your Christmas or whatever it is. So. In terms of food, I think food now is a good time to treat yourself. Now is a good time to treat yourself with food, because it's getting really cold. If you've got the opportunity to take that microwave meal, take that microwave meal. I know it's not the same as a home cooked meal, but yeah, I think there'll be some leftover Christmas dinner as well. So that might be nice for your Boxing Day and the 27th as well. So in terms of meals. Is that in the video that I put out? Was it the Arctic video? Was it in the Arctic video that I put out what my food was? I've filmed a couple of videos, and one's going out on YouTube. It might have been the Arctic one. So you guys know that I take I've got some noodles. I've got like a hot meal, which I think was I was about to say Kentucky Fried Chicken. It wasn't, was it? It was the Chinese sweet and sour chicken. And then obviously I have my bits and pieces. So I think once, when it comes around to Christmas, I might start looking for like some little hot pots. I know you can get them that are quite microwavable. I might give them a go, some like hot pots and that. A little bit Christmassy themed rather than eating curries and Chinese chicken for around the Christmas time. Maybe I'll get a bit festive and with some hot pots and things like that. So in terms of training, I haven't been training for a while. I'm actually planning to go training this Friday. So 2 days time, I'm actually planning on going to training this Friday. But what happens tomorrow may put a price to me not going. I didn't say that right, but let's go with that. So what happens tomorrow might change whether I go to training on Friday. I am planning on it because my trainer breaks up next Tuesday, which is in between shifts for me, so I can't go. So I feel like I need to go. I need to go tomorrow. No, need to go on Friday. So I'll be going to training Friday, so hopefully I can get some training videos in that might last a couple of weeks, because obviously I've got Christmas Eve will more or less be done with the podcast. Maybe that'll go into a two-parter. And then obviously I've got just before New Year's and the one after New Year's that I'll need to get some videos in, because I'm not working loads of shifts. I'll obviously need to fit it in around here. I think there's not much I can really film. I can go to my mum and dad's and do some filming there, and maybe do a bit of training and filming at my mum and dad's. Maybe that's something that I can do, a video that I can do if people are interested. So yeah, now's a good time that I can cram in and get loads of videos filmed, but having some training ones in there to sort of break up some of the other bits, I think would be quite good as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, as long as everything goes well tomorrow, I'll be going to training Friday. And yeah, I think in terms of training, I don't think I've been for like maybe 4 or 5 weeks, which has been because I've been away and different things like that. It's not because I don't want to go. It's because I've been away. It's been my dad's birthday, so I was away for another weekend. Then he's had some parties and that, and I haven't really had time to go. So I'll be looking forward to go. And then after Christmas, Terry's changing the way in which he does his sessions. So at the moment, he does every Tuesday and Friday. But then after New Year, I think it's going to be on the 2nd and the 4th week. It's going to be a Tuesday and a Friday. So he's basically just halving the time that he's doing, because he's 70 now, and he's been talking about retiring, but then he doesn't want to leave us without a trainer. So he is kind of staying on to try and help us out, but he needs to calm the hours down and not make it every week. So after New Year, Terry's going to be going the 2nd and the 4th week, I think it is. He'll be training. Then obviously the other 2 weeks he'll be just chilling out, sitting in front of the fire with his feet up, which I feel he's in his right to do. Chip King, Terry is retiring. I can't believe it. Yeah, I know. I think obviously I've only known Terry for 18 months. No, can't. July 2020. Hold on, that's a lot longer. So I've only known Terry since about July 2020, and I think in that he's tried to retire twice in the time I've known him. And speaking to a lot of people, I think Terry's been trying to retire since he was about 60. So although he says he's retiring, apparently he's been saying that for the past 10 years. But yeah, I think he's in his right to calm it down in terms of it. He doesn't need to go. He doesn't need to go every week. He doesn't need to go every week, twice a week. I think with I think doing it every other week is more manageable for him, and it's quite easy for us to work around that and just pick out a day and say, right, that's the day I'm going to go, or okay, well, I know that I can go these 2 Fridays in this month, etc. So yeah, like I say, Terry's trying to. I think Terry is retiring, but I think he needs someone to take over his mantle as a trainer. He needs someone to step up and say, well, okay, well, you're stepping away, but I'll step in your shoes. And he's got a couple of trainee trainers, and I think we're all just trying to see where that goes, because the 2 trainee trainers are good. Like they're some good guys, and I think they both have their good and bad points in terms of when I say bad points, I've in terms of Terry. So Terry's quite a good all-round guy, where the trainee trainers sometimes they know what they're talking about. They're very good, but I think sometimes they can be a bit abrupt. Maybe I'm not saying, but like very very matter of fact. Where Terry's a little bit softer in the approach that he maybe puts something over to people. So I think that we're kind of just waiting to see what happens with them. I'll be happy to continue my training with either of them if they decided to do it. But like I say, I think in terms of the way in which they do, I think Terry's just a bit softer around how he sort of does stuff, where sometimes the trainers can be a bit abrupt. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think that once we become their clients and not once we become their clients and we're not just training with them, I think that they will soften up and try and explain things a little bit differently. But I'll say there's nothing against them, and hopefully they won't take offence if they actually listen to that, because I think they're both good guys. Chip King, I've known Terry for over 20 years, and every time he has said he is retiring. Yeah, I think the problem is with Terry is that he probably said he was retiring, and then he got another dog. So I've always said with dog handlers as well is that I've always said with dog handlers that you'll know when someone's going to be retiring is because their dog will get to about eight, and they don't have a backup dog. And I've seen that happen to 2 or 3 people in this industry since I started, that their dog has got to about 7 or 8 and they've got no backup dog, and then before you know it, they've left and they're going off to do something else. Or like there's one dog handler who's gone off to go and do like wedding videography, and he's actually going to do the videography for my wedding. But his dog was coming up to sort of that 6 or 7 age, and he had to make a decision, like, do I commit and get another dog and commit to another sort of 7-8 years of this, or is now the time for me to say, right, this is actually what I really want to do. I'm going to go and do this. At the start, I can split it, so I can do some videography, I can do some dog handling until the videography takes off, and it makes more sense for me to go and do that. So yeah, and I think Terry now, I think Ash is what's Ash, about 8, 7, 8, maybe even, no, I don't think he's quite 9. I think Ash is about 8, and Terry's saying absolutely no more dogs. So I think that's a good inkling that Terry is definitely going to be retiring this time. Is that Ash is 8 and Terry's said absolutely no more dogs. So I have joked with Terry is that when on his last days I'm going to bring him a puppy. I don't think it'll go down too well, but yeah. But like I say, I think that's a good inkling to someone. So if you ever see me with only one dog and he's 8 years old, there's a good chance that I'm going to be retiring. But hopefully that's going to be a long time from now. I've got no plans to be retiring at the age of 34. Probably got another 20 to 30 years out of this, isn't it? So yeah, what are we at? 43:20. Has anyone got any last things they want to ask me? Again, there's a post in your subscriptions thing going that. There's a post there. Me and Aaron are doing a podcast this Saturday. We want some of your questions. It can be about dog handling. It can be about us. It can be about us before we was dog handlers. If you've got any questions about that. And like I say, as long as it don't incriminate us, we'll probably answer it. There's a Discord link down there if you want to be part of the Discord. It's been really good lately, really trying to keep each other's morale up, especially when it's snowing like this and you're out and it's -7. It's a good place to be if you want to keep your morale up or chat to dog handlers. But also, if you are an aspiring handler, it's somewhere you can go and ask questions more or less 24 hours a day. And there's someone that's going to be working. There's someone that's going to be up. There's someone that's going to have the answers. So it's good for that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, other than that, like I say, this Saturday is going to be my 100th dog handling video. It's going to be a sneak peek into what's happening next year. And so, although you may not find it the most informational video, it might get you a bit excited about what's coming up next year. So, another 11 seconds, and then I'm going to say bye. Thank you all for coming in. Hope you've enjoyed this live. That was episode 33. So with this being my 100th video, or Saturday being my 100th video, we're now 33 with the lives as well. So bringing you, so this brings me up to like 133 videos. I hope you've all enjoyed them. It's been fun. I think it has been fun. I hope to go again next year and maybe even get more than one a week out next year. But we'll see what happens, won't we? All right, guys. All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll say see you later. Make sure if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below for loads more videos. And as for now, I'll see you again next week. I absolutely fumbled trying to get out of this video, so I'm just going to go. Right, see you later. Bye.